Hi guys, Single Mom with Curls here. I thought I'd do a video on a first impression. I recently purchased a planner from Purple Trails. I got interested in the company after attempting to use Spiral over the summer, and how I arrived at Spiral is a video for another day. But their planners come in 8x6, which was the most interesting to me because I prefer to plan in compact planners. I don't like large ones. So the 8x6 was a great selling point, and then there's lots of customization, which I will show you as I go along. It took 4 days, literally, from start to finish to get this into my house. I think I ordered it on like a Thursday, Wednesday night, and it was delivered at my house on a Saturday. It comes in a box. The box isn't pretty, but I mean, I don't care about that stuff. The packaging was decent. And this is the only paraphernalia that comes inside the box. They have like a point system for when you purchase things. I haven't really looked into that because I don't necessarily plan on purchasing one again anytime soon anyhow. So enough of that. I thought I'd show you size comparisons because that was my biggest issue when ordering. I mean, for anybody ordering online, you don't get a real idea of what it looks like. I mean, I literally cut down pieces of paper to get a feel for the size, but it just doesn't help. So this is the Day Designer, the Target version, and it is literally half an inch smaller in width. I mean, there's a huge difference in the coil, clearly. Here is a personal size traveler's notebook. So you get maybe 2 inches, a little more than 2 inches in width, and maybe another 2 inches in length, but overall not hugely dramatic in size. Here's a personal Bandaspec. So as you see, it's really not that much bigger. It doesn't feel as big as, say, like an A5, although I know that the size is not too far off. Alright, so the customization. They allow you to make the covers anything you want for the most part. They offer you a range of clip art. They have some pre-made that you can alter, which is what I did with this cover. So this was exactly how they did it, except I changed the inside and I took off some stuff down here. The back, I did myself. I just wanted it simple. And then I also did some clip art on the inside. So, yeah. And that is part of the price, so you don't pay extra for that. Get this stuff out the way. I ordered the 12-month mom planner, and I ordered the mom planner because I prefer the layout over the other options. Also because I have a plum planner in the back of my head that I really, really want and need to order, and so I decided to go with this particular layout because I want to try something different in the plum planner. So this kind of gives me the best of both worlds. Like I said, I ordered 12 months. Everything is tabbed. They use like a pastel-y kind of a system in terms of the coloring, where it kind of blends into the next color afterwards, which is absolutely fine for me. The biggest drawback to me of the Erin Condren and a couple of other planners that I looked at online was how much colors they put on each page. And while I like some color and some decoration, I don't like it to be splattered everywhere. So this is a perfect amount of color without overdoing it. So this is the, the planner belongs to me page. Nothing too fabulous about that. It's pretty simple. Back is plain. You get a year at a glance for the holidays here, both 2016 and 2017. As you can see, my planner starts in September. That's another highlight. You could pick what month it starts in. 2016 calendar, 2017 calendar. and then a note page. I would have preferred to see after that some sort of perpetual calendar where I can jot down things that are important to me. They have an option for an add-on, but that was literally like a full page for each month, which is a waste of space for me. I can see it being useful to other people, but not for me. The tabs are a very thick cardstock. These aren't laminated. They're sturdy, but not laminated. So I could see someone throwing this in their bag constantly and ruining the tabs. Nothing on the back, which is fine for me. I don't really have a preference. The beginning of the month has this landing page. So it has birthdays, events, things to remember. If I zoom in, you can see that they are kind of bulleted. I kind of wish they weren't to some degree, because what if you had more than 4 birthdays or events? It kind of limits what you can do with the box. Here's the month at a view. Pretty straightforward. I also wish that they offered Monday start, because that's the way my brain works. I don't work on the weekends, and so I kind of group the weekends together. But nonetheless, sufficient. Box spaces are sufficient. I'm used to very small boxes, so that is ample space for me. Another reason why I was interested, because it is bigger without being too big. So that works perfectly. Little note section on the side. And this is what the mom planner looks like in the week format. So there's some division at the bottom. You can use these sides to label things, which is necessary for me. As you can see, the months kind of fade into the next month. So this is August fading into September. Now, when I was looking to figure out what the month setups were like, what was most important to me was what they did with the note section at the end, because I could, every video that I saw, people were showing 1 or 2 months, but then not showing what happens with the rest of the month. So that was important for me to see. And so I'm going to show it to you, because I feel like someone else might have that question. So at the end of September, it stops on a Friday, the 30th. And so you get this column here, which would have been the column for the weekend. So they just shove a notes column in there. And then the back page is also a notes page, which I like a lot. For October, because it ends on a Monday, you get a third of a note section, and that's it. Which still would work for me. I don't particularly have a problem with that. I really just like a bullet list for my month task, so that I have them on the forefront of my mind while planning. Here's where I did not like, because November has no notes at all, which I guess could be remedied with a note sheet or a sticky note, but I don't like this. It happens to one other month, which I think is like April or May, one other month nonetheless. And I think that they could have easily stuck a note sheet in here, especially because they don't offer notes anywhere else. There's no additional add-on of the notes without purchasing it. So I think adding a few sheets, making sure that each month had a few, wasn't that big of a deal, especially for the price. Now, I didn't talk about price, but after all was said and done, I spent $67, which included shipping and all the add-ons. They say it starts at $31, but in reality it starts at about $37, and then it goes up for there every time you add something else to it, which I didn't have a problem with. But like I said, 2 sheets of note papers, especially in a coil bound planner, really makes all the difference to me. So let's see what they do with December. So see how you only get this little column for notes. Another sheet of note paper would have been very sufficient. See this, you have a full back notes, and then you have the column, which is plenty for me. And there's no option to kind of disperse notes throughout. I would have paid to do that, just to add an extra note sheet to each month. They only let you add add-ons to the back, which is why I'm very interested in a plum planner. for comparison. Plus I just need to have it to have it. So this is like this one. So you get the point. So I didn't like that part. So at the end, these are the sections I added on. So we have a bill section, because I like to list out my bills, list what they cost, when they're due, and then check them off. So this is plenty for me. It comes with 10 sheets front and back. So that's roughly 20 months unless your bills go over this amount per month. Mine doesn't. I probably will use maybe a third of this. And then it changes monthly in terms of the color, all the color options that they use throughout the months. So this is what that looks like. So there are 20 technically, so I'll probably use 12 for the months, and then use the other 8 sides for some other tracking, maybe like Christmas tracking, or tracking of savings or debt management, possibly. I use the app for most of my financial stuff, but I like the bills kind of tangible, where I can kind of check them off. Then we have checklists. This is a great idea, but I don't really prefer the execution, and I will show you why. So as you can see, you have this large space here, which I guess I could see how someone would like, but I don't think this much space is needed. But you only have 7 boxes here, and then there's 10 sheets, 20 altogether. So in essence, that's just 20 weeks if you were using this per week. Now, I mean, I can probably figure out a way to use, maybe do 2 weeks on here, depending on how many things I plan on checking, but it still wasn't executed amazingly. But it's a good concept depending on what you need. But for me, I'm gonna have to figure that out. Then I ordered dotted grid for note pages, list making, so on and so forth. So it looks like this. I will zoom in so you can see the size of the grid. Sorry for the shadowing. Then I ordered a password log. I really like the simplistic designs on all of these. I like that there's not a bunch of quotes spread out through the book. I mean, some people like that. I just don't. I like it simple. So this is what the password log looks like. There's 6 per sheet, 10 sheets, double-sided. And again, they change in color. And that's plenty for my password log, maintaining, whatever. They offer a folder. The folders are $7. And I feel like I'm being nitpicky, but I feel like they included nothing extra with the initial purchase except the monthly and the weekly pages. So they could have thrown in a folder. But nonetheless, I purchased the most you can purchase in one planner because I wanted to get everything I could possibly get so that I wouldn't regret it later. So here's the sticker pack. These are 5, but if you buy the folder and a sticker pack, it's just 3. So it's 10 for that whole thing, which makes it a little bit better. So I'm not going to go through the details. You can read for yourself what these look like and what they say. So that's it. And that's the back cover. So yeah, that's my first impressions. Overall, I really like it. I love the size. I really like this fat coil. I don't know why, but I do. There are some things that could have been done better, in my opinion. And maybe, you know, the company will make those changes later on. Or maybe I'll find them in Plum Planner and either switch or have them both and use them for different things. I don't know. That's all in the works. I've not ordered the Plum Planner yet. I try not to buy too many planner things all at one time. I just did some sticker buying for the school year. So, yeah, one thing at a time. I plan to be doing more videos. I want to talk about where I've been in terms of planning since like September of last year, because it's been all over the place. And that's really why I haven't done a video, because I like to come to you with a setup that I'm using and works for me, not something I've floundered together. And so yeah, there should be some more videos. So comment, like, subscribe if you found this interesting. If you have something you want to see, leave it in the comments. Other than that, have a great day. Thanks for watching.